Former NBA basketball player Steven Jackson crashes out on Lil Yachty for referencing George Floyd in one of his songs that he was recording on Black Boy Max's live stream. He said, "Put my knee up on her neck, I went George Floyd." That's what Lil Yachty said. So let me read y'all this article from TMZ. They posted about this. They said, Lil Yachty is catching serious heat over a lyric about George Floyd in his new song, with ex-NBA star Steven Jackson leading the charge, calling it some weak-ass shit. The star hip-hop artist was on Black Boy Max's live stream on Thursday when he previewed the track, and one of his bars went like this: "Put my knee up on her neck, I went George Floyd." Jackson, a 14-season NBA veteran, felt some type of way about the lyric, a reference to the 2020 murder of his close friend George Floyd, who lost his life after Minneapolis cop knelt on his neck during an arrest. Jack went live on Instagram and let Yachty know he didn't appreciate the line. He said, "I'm trying not to pay attention to you idiots, but like it's just hard, bro. Lil Yachty, you been whack, my nigga. You think using George Floyd's name and trying to use his name in a bar is gonna make people like your whack ass music, my nigga? That shit weak. Y'all the only era that feels like demeaning the dead and saying that shit is cool. It ain't. Jackson, who grew up with Floyd in Texas, warned Yachty to keep his friend's name out of his mouth, reminding him the entire city of Houston doesn't play when it comes to George Floyd. He also said, "That's some weak ass shit, Yachty. But let somebody die in your family, we're gonna do a whole skit about it and see how funny it is. Cut that shit out." Lil Yachty has yet to respond to Jackson's comments. Listen, man, I agree 100% with Steven Jackson. I think I watched like 10 minutes of Lil Yachty's live with Black Boy Max. And I was watching at the part when Black Boy Max was playing the beats and Lil Yachty was in the studio recording the song. And I just want to say this, man. I think Lil Yachty is the wackest rapper in hip-hop history. Like, I think he's awful. I think the guy's a cornball. I think everything about Lil Yachty screams desperate for attention. The fact that when he first came out, the guy was wearing red hair. The fact that this guy is constantly painting his nails different colors, but he claims he's a straight man. I think Lil Yachty is a weirdo. And I think that him mentioning George Floyd, he knew what he was doing. He knew if he said that, it would get attention and it would cause people to listen to the song. Because let's be honest, as far as music, Lil Yachty is irrelevant in hip hop. Now, he's still popular as far as his name, right? Like, I think Lil Yachty is more popular, you know, for his name and just him and him always being in the headlines more than his music, you know, because when he puts out music, he never has a #1 song on the Hot 100 Billboard charts recently. When he puts out an album, the album doesn't go #1. Like I said, like, amongst the youth, like, people know him, but I think he's more popular as a person than popular for his music. Like, he has a podcast, you know what I'm saying? And I think that Lil Yachty did this just to get people to talk about his music, because like I said, for the past couple of years, as far as music, he's not really relevant anymore, right? This is why you see him aligning himself with Drake, because Lil Yachty actually ghostwrites for people behind the scenes, right? Like, a lot of people don't know this, but Lil Yachty has ghostwritten songs for Drake. And listen, as far as ghostwriting, I think Lil Yachty is talented. I just think his music personally is trash, but he has ghostwritten some songs for other people. Like, he ghostwrote a song for the City Girls that turned out to be a hit song. He wrote one of the Drake songs that he had. I think it was on the album with 21 Savage. So Lil Yachty is definitely talented. I'm not taking that away from him. But, you know, this was rage baiting. I think Lil Yachty was rage baiting with this. I think he knew that it was going to get a negative reception. I just think he doesn't care. I think Lil Yachty prioritizes attention over morals and principles. You know what I'm saying? So shout out to Steven Jackson for checking Lil Yachty on this. But like I was saying, I watched like 10 minutes of the live stream with Black Boy Max and Lil Yachty. And, you know, Lil Yachty was basically freestyling, right? He was punching in and punching out, and he was freestyling, and it was awful, bro. Like, I was literally laughing the entire time. And like I said, I turned it off after 10 minutes because I just think it was garbage. But I will say this. Even though I don't like Lil Yachty's music, he raps on really good beats. I'll give him that, right? Every time I hear a Lil Yachty song, the beat is usually fire, bro. He has a very good ear for beats. He also I like Lil Yachty's flow. I think he has a good flow. My biggest critique is his lyrics. I think his lyrics are just awful. I think his lyrics have no meaning, no context. He's just the kind of rapper that just goes in there and just says whatever's on his mind, and he just says a bunch of bullshit that rhymes together. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, man. Can you imagine? Like, imagine all of the racist people out there that are happy at what happened to George Floyd, right? Think of all of the racist people out there that were praising what happened to George Floyd, and they see a black man like Lil Yachty, who's dark-skinned, by the way, dark-skinned black man, right? Making humor of George Floyd getting killed by Derek Chauvin. That's nasty work, bro. You know what I'm saying? That's nasty work. You know, like, we really are our own worst enemy, bro. It's sad, man. So let me know what you guys think about this video. It's your boy Wavy, Stay Wavy TV. Thank y'all for watching. Make sure y'all subscribe, thumbs up the video, and most importantly, leave a comment. I'm out.